Alright, and welcome back to episode 29 of Super Mario Odyssey. My name is Judas Cruz, but you can call me JC, and I know what you're thinking. Where are you right now? We are currently in the Luncheon Kingdom, which you get by collecting a set amount of power moons from the Seaside Kingdom and the Snow Kingdom. So what happened was I recorded the last episode. This is technically episode 30. Even though it's 29. I had recorded the entirety of the last episode. All we really did was collect some moons. I can tell you guys which ones they were, because I feel really bad when this shit happens, because this is supposed to be 100% playthrough, and when I miss things, it really frustrates me, because I'm trying to show you guys how to get everything. We did 12... think 20 and then 22 and then 32 and then 34 of those, so look those up. And then Seaside Kingdom, I do not remember what we did, but we already had enough to go through it. So when you go to the Seaside Kingdom, I suggest you watch another episode and tell me where I left off on, and I can tell you guys what power moons I missed. But now here we are in the Luncheon Kingdom. This is the episode I hate most when my recordings mess up, because I'm trying to give you guys 100% playthrough, and when I can't really give you guys that, and I have to deal with bugs and my audio sounding like scheisse, it's kind of hard. So I'm sorry for that. I hope you guys can forgive me. So you gotta die for those, huh? Nah, there's some other way. Oh, well, rip. How do Goombas fare with this? No, almost. I'm not sure we should really be dying for that. I'm pretty sure there's a better way to do it, huh? Okay. All of these are... Come on. Hit back into place. I'm not sure I want to do it again. What? Why did it kill the Goombas? Okay, whatever. I'm guessing we take control of these guys, right? Oh, or not. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what we're supposed to do about these dudes. These beans, I don't know what to do with them. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to get right here and do this. So why is it easier to go the way you don't want to go? Come on. Yes, I see. Okay. So we want to become Goombas. I mean, whatever. Just kill us, I guess. We don't want to kill Goombas, actually. We want to get the Goombas and go over to here. Okay. Yes. This is what we want. Okay, we made it. Oh, man. So you kind of just gotta walk on it. I see. Wow, I really like the color of these power moons. Love above the lava. Doesn't seem like lava to me, homie. So it's more of just a stand thing. It's a weight thing. Fucking shit. I'm sorry, Goombas. And I'm gone. I was gonna say, I'm guessing we can become these things. Oh wait, what do they look like? Look at this little guy. Hype. Oh wow, they instantaneously die. I see you. What's up? You're missing someone. Ha ha! We stole a whole boatload of this place's stupendous stew for the boss's wedding chow. But I'm gonna head back up the volcano to finish off that stew after I'm done with you. Oh, we're already in a fight. I did not know this would happen. That's all you, homie. Yo, this dude's a joke. What? Oh, I forgot he's the poison guy. Never mind. He's not the biggest joke on the planet, but he's kind of a joke. He's definitely the easiest of them. Because we're going in, kinda. Yeah, no, he's definitely the weakest of the Brutals. Definitely the weakest of them. He didn't really give us that much of trouble. I mean, you know, that's how it be sometimes. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I really like the color of these power moons. Alright. Now we got a bridge. Under the cheese rocks. I like the basis of this zone a lot. The like food base. I'm not sure there's ever been anything like that in Mario, which is pretty cool when you think about it. Like a food basis. So I see what we're supposed to do here. So we're supposed to get this dude. Well, I mean, there's not much I can do about that. I think we just had to die there. You're kidding. I gotta go all the way back? Ugh. So, something I've always wanted to ask people is, what do you consider the best American game company? Because I'm not the biggest fan of American game companies. I mean, there's like, what, Bethesda, Blizzard, Activision. No, there's no way to do that. You gotta find some other way. Yeah, there's no way. Oh, don't fall. What do you guys consider it, though? Because I think all American game companies kind of suck nowadays. Bethesda did good with the Doom series, but that's 2 games. And considering the only other good game they've had up until now is... what's it called? Skyrim? That's a bit new for me. Is Ubisoft American? I don't know. I feel like we gotta kill this guy, maybe. How was I? Bruh. You tripping. Oh, yeah, I knew that was gonna happen the second I jumped. Damn. Japanese companies are the best. My favorite game companies are Sega, Sony, and Square Enix. Every other company I feel like I can't trust. Nintendo has ruined my trust with the Smash Bros. Series and with the Legend of Zelda series. Yo, bruh. Really? I feel like they should give you some iframes there. Oh, and Bandai. Bandai is probably, if not Sony, they're probably my... Dude, can you stop running when you get burned? Oh my god, bro. You tumor. You absolute cancerous tumor on this face of this planet. You touched like an inch. Bandai I trust a lot. Bandai has done a lot of good games recently, considering they're like the family From Software and things like that. Naruto fighting games are really good, except for 4. And Revolution, I think 1, 2, 3 are very, very good, especially 2. They made a very good series with that. Bandai's made some really good games. I think a lot of people underrate them for how well they've done. I think a lot of people forget From Software is a branch of them. And if this is a rumor that's going around, which I don't think will ever come true, but I hope it does, but kind of hope it doesn't. Let me explain myself. So people are thinking Kojima might get the rights to all the Konami games, like the flagship games, like... Do you, like, see how much he runs? Like, chill, bro. You gotta run 30 miles at once when you get burned, okay? Chill. But all the flagship games, so things like Metal Gear, Silent Hill, and, what's it called? Castlevania. My favorite game series of all time is Castlevania. Personally, this isn't even personally, actually. This is objectively and or subjectively. I forget which the words mean. I'm not going to act like I'm super duper smart. Kojima should definitely have the rights to the Metal Gear series. He made those games what they are today. He revolutionized cutscenes in video gaming, and he revolutionized gaming being able to be an art form with the story they tell with the movie things. A lot of people compare Kojima's games to movies and they think it's not cool, where you wouldn't have a lot of the games you consider really cool with their cutscenes if it wasn't for Metal Gear, so go suck an eggplant. And Silent Hill, I know Team Silent isn't the biggest fan of their games, which is kind of unfortunate. So if Team Silent doesn't wanna help on the next Silent Hill game, or try to do another Silent Hill game, I definitely think that Kojima should get the rights to it, because he is a visionary. I think he's a really good game developer. Just because he made Death Stranding, which is one bad game, doesn't mean... It's not even a bad game, too. It's just a divisive game. I think it's good, but others think it's bad. And just because he made one divisive game doesn't mean, you know... Now you can be like, oh, whoa. That's like if Miyazaki made, like, one divisive game, and you were like, hello? Wait up. Stupendous stew, okay. Just because a creator makes one game that's a little sus doesn't mean you should instantly start shitting on him. But Castlevania should definitely not be going to Kojima. I do not care what anyone says. Excuse me, it definitely should not. It does not belong to Kojima. Kojima has never had any influence in the Castlevania series, besides maybe minor things a couple of times. Iga is still making games. He made Curse of the Moon and Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night was, as somebody that's played every single Castlevania game, it is beyond good. I don't care what anyone else says. I know a lot of people that have played that game have said it's, you know, it's a little iffy. But that's because you aren't the kind of Castlevania fan I am. I donated to that game. I gave my all to it. I just donated, I think, 100 or 50 bucks. It's one of those. I'm pretty sure it was 100. That game is so good. Especially, a lot of people are trying to compare it to Symphony of the Night. You're dumb, and obviously you haven't played Castlevania games if that's what you're trying to compare it to. You obviously have 2 brain cells if you're trying to compare that game to Symphony of the Night. That's not what the game was supposed to be like at all. It was supposed to be like Dawn and Aria of Sorrow, and then like Order of Ecclesia. So you're an idiot if you think that game is similar to Symphony of the Night. I don't care what you say. I don't care if you get mad at me. You are an imbecile, and you should probably go get your brain checked. The game is nothing like Symphony of the Night, and it's not supposed to be, so don't act like every Castlevania game is supposed to be Symphony of the Night, because that's the one you dick suck. Symphony of the Night is a good game, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely not the best Igavania or Castlevania game. The best Castlevania game of all time is either Dawn or Aria of Sorrow, because they do the same thing as Symphony of the Night, but then they add the Soul System, which is really good. The Soul System is very good. I like it a lot. It gives a lot of variety to the game. It has just as much variety as Symphony of the Night does, but it adds even more variety with the souls. There are very few souls in Dawn and Aria of Sorrow that are useless. Very, very, very few. Which is a good thing. This is gonna be hard. He needs us to add things to those. But yeah, as an extreme Castlevania fan, we're dead. Oh, never mind. I don't want to hear any normie telling me Bloodstained wasn't good enough. Die in a hole. And if you say you're a really good Castlevania fan, a big Castlevania fan, and you didn't like Bloodstained, there's literally only 2 reasons why, or you're just stupid and you're asking for too much from a game. The only problem is the animations felt a little clunky. That's one of the only problems. And then the game was a little too short and its art looked weird sometimes. That's the only things I would say. But guess what? That has nothing to do with the gameplay, so go die. I can't believe they're like, if you guys have seen the rating for Bloodstained, like, you would know. I can't believe there are actually human beings that don't like that game. Like, you have the worst taste in video games imaginable. Name another Kickstarter game that was 3D graphics like that and had as much stuff in it as that, about, what was it, 30, 40 hours of gameplay, and did as good as it did. Explain. If you want to point to Hollow Knight, nope. Guess what? That was 2D, simplistic art style. Very few shading, very few gameplay elements. All it did was give you a few abilities. People really gas up Hollow Knight. I mean, I'm not gonna hate on you if you like Hollow Knight. It doesn't mean it's not a good game, but people definitely do gas it up. It is definitely a breath of fresh air, but it is definitely not as good as y'all make it out to be. Compared to the amount of abilities this Bloodstained has, which are useful, it does a lot more than Hollow Knight. And then if people want to compare it to Shovel Knight, don't. Just don't even. Shovel Knight is a way different thing. Shovel Knight is not a Metroidvania. Shovel Knight is definitely what I would call more of a masterpiece version of like Simon's Quest or Link's Adventure. Like those more 2D RPG NES games. It's literally the best 3D Kickstarter game. Mighty Number 9 sucks. Ukulele was mediocre. I really don't want to hear anyone saying anything bad about it. And that's not me being a Castlevania, toe sucker. There are plenty of Castlevania games I hate. The Lords of Shadow games. What else? Oh, I am not a huge fan of Simon's Quest. Or... This might sound like a very, very, very bad. But I'm not a big fan of Super Castlevania 4. I think Rondo of Blood and Castlevania Bloodlines did way better on the 16-bit Castlevania. Bloodlines does the same thing as Super Castlevania 4, but it's not a remake of a game we've already played before, and doesn't just add new things to a game we've already played before. A lot of people consider Super Castlevania 4 one of the better Castlevania games because it's the first one their old asses played. I'm sorry, that sounds mean, but it's true. Super Castlevania 4 is definitely not. Hell no, is not the best original style 2D Castlevania game. That is definitely Rondo of Blood / Dracula X or Bloodlines. Not even a question. Super Castlevania 4 is like mid-tier. If it's not one of those, it's definitely Castlevania 3. Castlevania 3 was revolutionary in the Castlevania series with adding more characters, adding Alucard, things like that. It was way more revolutionary. Castlevania 3 was also super difficult, in my opinion. The original Castlevania is pretty decent. I'd probably, if we're going off of original Castlevania style, I'd probably go, I'm not considering Game Boy games, I'd probably go Castlevania, Simon's Quest, Castlevania, Super Castlevania 4, oh, this one's hard. This is where it gets hard. Castlevania Bloodlines. And then Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse. And then Rondo of Blood. Rondo of Blood and Dracula's Curse did something that the series had never done before. And they did branching paths, different endings, things like that. And that's really good for an NES game and an SNES game with their kind of style. I know a lot of SNES games at that time had differing endings with things like Chrono Trigger. Oh, totally forgot you die if you step on that. Jesus. I've been trying to get all these purple coins, but it's not going too well for us. So how do you get get to the top up there? I really don't know. Hammer Bros, maybe? But yeah, like Super Castlevania 4 was just a remaster. Like, I'm sorry to burst your bubble or seem like I'm hating on it. I still really like that game. It was one of the first Castlevania games I played. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying it's a remaster that really only changed the graphics and bosses and stages. Well, so it was like a remake, basically, not a remaster. I should consider it a remake. But yeah, as always, that's where we're gonna have to end today's episode. Maybe in the next episode we'll get the other Power Moon in here. As always, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check out the description. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a great day. My name is Judas Cruz, but you can call me JC, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Bye.